I hope if you're taking the December test, I hope hopefully you're registered and ready to go. Okay. So today is what, November 9th. The test is on December 13th. So 1 month, 3 days to go. So this is really is the time. What I would recommend is to create a chart, go through each day and say, hey, this is when I'm free, this is when I'm going to do ACT, this is what I'm going to cover. Needless to say, by the time you're done with the preparation, you want to be done with all these questions in this book. That's the goal. Whether we did it here or at home, that's, and I really do hope, really do hope that you guys take this seriously. I just took my son to University of Minnesota for aerospace engineering program for his campus visit. So it was his first campus visit. They kept telling me again and again how much your son is going to save because he got a good score. Like ACT has become such a big deal. And I don't know if you guys know this, especially for South Dakota residents, because we are South Dakota residents. The University of Minnesota just removed the reciprocity with the Minnesota. So that means we'll be, if my son goes to University of Minnesota, now he has to pay out of state. So that was a little shock because this did just change last year. I didn't know that. But that was really a shock for us because that's a lot of money. So compared to like $8,000 per semester, for out of state it is $20,000. So just 2.5 times more. So it's crazy. So anyway, so I hopefully there's no surprises coming along for you guys in terms of preparation. So how many of you are taking the December test? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Anybody online taking the December test? 1. Okay, 7, so 8, 9. Okay, so quite a bit of students. So I really hope you just take this seriously. Okay. All right, let's continue with where we left off last time. Could you open page number in this book, 54? Just correct me if I'm wrong. I thought you guys did 41 to 45, but we did not grade it. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's where we're going to start with first, is to grade 41 to 45. And I know there are some more questions I still have to do it on the whiteboard. So if you're all ready, I'm ready to go. 41 to 45, page 50, 54. Here you go. AJ BJB. I repeat, AJ BJB. Questions? Yeah.
42.
What's that?
Number 42.
42. Okay. And remember, also want to talk about this. There might be some questions which is at the advanced level, so I won't spend time on this, okay? It's because like trig, so I just want to be careful on that one.
44.
Okay, 42, 44, okay? Okay, now you guys will go to 46 to 50. Again, there might be some questions we may not be doing, okay? You guys ready? All right, so for 46 to 50, I'm gonna give you guys 7 minutes time. 46 to 50, your time starts now. Do you have an extra pen or a pencil? Does anybody need more time? Okay. All right. Before we go to this one, just want to go to the questions people have asked. It's quite funny. You guys just did this, right? I hope Elisa just taught you guys this, actually. This was one of the reasons why we're shifting. This is the first time she's actually focusing on an extra hour of this because we are seeing more questions on probabilities and stats. Okay. A pet sitter knows that her client's 5-digit code contains the digits 2, 3, 1, 7, and 8. She cannot remember the order of the first 4 digits, but the last digit is 7. So she knows it with 100% certainty. So it's almost like this does not even exist in the problem, right? Because this is confirmed. The question here is if she randomly guesses the order of the first 4 digits, what is the probability that she enters the correct code? Okay. Well, we have 4 options left. For the first part, she could pick any one of the 4, right? It can be 2, 3, 1, or 8, right? She could pick that. So it has 4 options in the first part. But one option is, if the first slot is taken care, second slot will have 3 options left. Second slot will be 2 options, and of course, the final one will be the 1. So it'll be 24 combinations you can have of 2, 3, 1, 8, 2, 8, 1, 3, and so forth. But she has to get 1 correct. So 1 over 24. So when you start doing that, that's why Powerball has 5 numbers plus a Powerball. So the chances are almost so high and so low. I mean, because there's so many combinations of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought I asked number 43.
Well, apparently I wrote it as 42. Okay. Did anybody ask 42? Or was I just hallucinating? Okay. Well, I'll get to 43 then. Sorry about that. Okay. 44, similar problem. A library classifies each of its books using a 5-chapter code. The first character denotes one of 15 genres represented by A through O. So you have 15 possible combinations for this first part. Then you have 11 for P through Z, 11 combinations. And then you have 0 to 9 digits. Well, 0 to 9 is 10, right? So remember, the best way to count is to do 9 minus 0 plus 1. That's the best way to count. So it's 10, and you can repeat it. So you have 15 for the first slot, 11 for the second, 10 each here. That is the code, or whatever it is, character code. So you can have 165,000 combinations of it. Did I do the correct question now?
Yeah, thank you.
Not sure what happened, but you said 43?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't we do it now? All right, 43 it is. I'm not seeing the question, but we'll see. For all, okay, so you have 1 divided by 3 minus 1 half divided by 1 over 3 plus A over 4. Okay, so it's a simplification question. All right, let me tell you the best way I would do this problem. First, let's focus on the top part. Get the least common denominator, 2 and 2 here, and 3 and 3 here. So it'll be 2 minus 3 is negative 1 divided by 6. Make sense? And same thing here. Times 4 times 4 times 3 times 3. So it'll be 4 plus 3a divided by 12. Make sense? So you find the least common denominator. The way to simplify this is, there is a simple way to simplify. In mathematics, when you have fraction divided by fraction, a numerator can be simplified with the numerator. A denominator can be simplified with the denominator. So you can see 6 and 2. So you're left with, and this 2 goes to the top because you're dividing a fraction with a fraction. This 2 goes to the top. It becomes negative 2 divided by 4 plus 3a. So the rule to remember here is if you have a fraction a divided by b divided by c divided by d, this is equal to AD divided by BC. Shortcut. A divided by B divided by C or D, you can do A times D divided by B times C. This is a shortcut, and that's what I used here. Make sense? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's go. 46 to 50. Make sure I'll write this correctly this time. HCJ DJ. I repeat, HCJ DJ. Questions? Yes. Okay. What's that?
Number 48.
Okay, I want to make sure. Anyone else?
49.
48, 49. 49 we won't be doing, by the way. It's a lot of cosines that's we treat in advance. It's going to take me a long time, so I'll skip that. Which math class are you in?
I'm in linear geometry.
No chance. You need to know a lot more to do this one. If you're even in Algebra 2, I wouldn't do it. You need pre-calc. So we just covered this last Sunday in that group is laws. There's two laws, law of sines and law of cosines. So. But anybody else who had background on this but needs help, just text me or let me know right now so I can do the problem for you guys at least. I don't want to miss out on anyone. Any other questions? And you can see how the difficulty changed, right? As you get, and that's the whole point. Yeah.
Number
50. Yeah, that's an important question for you guys. Did Elisa do any questions on averages? You guys should have been able to do that because I've seen this question quite a bit in the ACT. Question number 50. 50 is a really, really important question for you guys. All right, so 48, 50. Anything else? And I wrote this correctly this time. Okay. 51 to 55, you'll have 7 minutes. And again, I just want you to know it's going to get harder and as you get to the 60 in this case. So that's why you read to, the first 50 in the old format and the first 35 in the new format becomes so excruciatingly important for you guys. And if you depend on the last 10, I'm afraid that you'll be in for a big surprise. The goal for this group is to get to that 28 ACT score in math. Okay, that's our average here, is to go to, and for that, out of 41, you want to get to around 34, 35, you'll be around easily 28, 29. But put in the time, put in the time. All right, here you go. Your time, 7 minutes starts now. Anybody needs extra time? Anybody needs extra time? Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna add a couple more minutes. All right. All right, so I had two questions, 48 and 50. So let me start with 50. As I said, this really is an important question for you guys. So I don't know, I'm pretty sure Alicia talked about it, but I'm just going to remind you. When you do any problem with averages, you cannot add averages, you cannot multiply averages, you cannot subtract averages, you cannot average averages. You cannot do anything with average. Sounds good? The only thing you can do is the numerator, that's the points in this case. Okay? So the question here is, Kyle scores P points in 9 games. So listen up. So the average is P points for 9 games. Okay? So let's call the average as X. So the points will be 9 times X. Sounds good? So if he has 9 points, 9 divided by 9 will be, average will be 1 basically. That's how it is, okay? So the P points, so P is equal to 9 times X basically. That's the only thing you can do is the points. Nothing, you cannot touch the average. Now, he plays a 10th game and his average increases by 3 points. So now the average went from X to X plus 3 and he has now N points in 10 games. So I did the same thing here, just like what I did. I cross multiplied for N points. So N is equal to 10X plus 30 cross multiply basically. Sounds good? So what's the value of N minus P? 10X plus 30 minus 9X will be X plus 30. So his game improved by 30 points. I don't know who asked this one. Did any? You asked 50? Did I do the correct question? Does this make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is really, really, even if you have gotten this correct, in your notes, I would like you to write down this problem. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to write down this particular problem in your notes. That's a very, very important. So the focus needs to be on the numerator. This is all you can handle. When it comes to problems on averages, focus on this numerator only. The rest you cannot touch it. Ashika, does this make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, I just want to make sure. The question they're asking is, what is the value of N minus P? It'll be an increase of 30 points from the average. There's shortcuts too, but I would rather have you guys know this. You guys good? Any questions on 50? But definitely something for you guys to practice. Now, question number 48. When you have any problem like this, you plug some numbers. Sounds good? It says in the 48, x, y, and z are real numbers. That means it can be any number. But the condition is x is less than y less than z. And x times y times z is less than 0. So what I did was I picked some random numbers to satisfy this condition. X is less than y less than z. But when I multiply x times y times z here, this is coming to less than 0. Okay? With that information satisfying this condition, I take each answer choice and plug it in for and find it out. There's no other method. Sounds good? This is the best method I would suggest you guys to do. Who asked this one? 48? Okay, so that's all I do. So I'm going to show you one example. X times y, xy is less than yz. So minus 3 times minus 2 is positive 6 less than negative 2. So it's not correct. So J, and remember, if you are not sure, you can try another data set and try it out, but it has to work for all the data set. So answer is J, x is less than yz, x is negative 3, y is negative 2, z is negative 1, so negative 3 is less than 2. That's true. And by the way, before I did this here, I did try a different data set to make sure it was coming out every single time. Sounds good? So just because it works for one data set doesn't mean it has to. So it says it must be true. So you have to do more than one, but making sure this criteria is satisfied. Okay? So expect 48 and 50, 43, 42 standard ACT questions. I've seen it probably, I can almost bet $100 that one of these 4 questions will be in the ACT, if not all of them. So my probability is pretty high that this will show up. So no, like I said, math, ACT is a fixed curriculum, right? That's all they ask. So if you practice those, your chance of getting it correct is very high. So it may look different, numbers may be different, but the concept doesn't change. So yeah, I cannot stress enough. All right, 51 to 55. EFC. I repeat, EFC. KD. Before I ask for anything, I just want to go back to this. Expect all these 4 questions or 5 questions, what we just did today on the whiteboard, in the new format, which is out of 45 questions, expects all these things between 30 and 40. This won't be the last 5 questions, I can guarantee. Okay? This is between 30 and 40. This might be maybe 25-ish. This may be 35-ish. This is all going to be between that range. So not in the last 5 for sure. Last 5 is getting a little harder. So I definitely want to make sure that you can capture all your points in the first. Remember, it's out of 45, only 41 is graded. Remember that. So they throw out 4. So, but I still believe if you prep hard and practice these problems, the first 35, 36 questions, you should be really confident. That's what we have taught you guys. All right, any questions? Go ahead.
Number 52.
Okay.
51.
52 is 51. Yeah, that's so in the new format, 51 is showing up around 20. Yeah, geometry questions are actually getting treated as easier questions. So I don't know the questions. I've not read it, but I can just by looking at the question, It's gonna be around 20. Any other questions? Yeah.
55.
This is gonna be around 30. 55 is more of a SAT question, I can tell you, but I've seen this quite a bit in ACT. 52 has been off and on, but 51, pretty darn sure you're gonna see that in the ACT. So what we are doing today, these prompts, I cannot reinforce enough, reiterate enough that if you don't know this in the real test, you'll be so frustrated because you have done this in the class, you know fair bit, but not all of it because you have not practiced. Go home and practice this again. That day you'll be these words will ring in your mind. Oh my God, I'm glad I did it, because otherwise you'll be frustrated. Sounds good. Again, that group I don't have to do because they have gone through this program, so they kind of know. So we get to the point, get to the chase. But you guys have really have good solid 30 days to prepare, and these are things I would. And go home and practice these again, right? Just it's not going to hurt you. So that you know what they're doing. Okay. All right. I have 51, 52, and 55. All right. I'm going to give you guys 8 minutes for the last 5. Your time starts now. Anybody needs extra time? Okay, I'm gonna give a couple minutes extra. All right, I'm just gonna cover let's go with the 51 first, then 55, and then on to do 52. 51, I think you asked, right? Did you draw?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. That's because any geometry problem has to should be converted from a word, like a statement to like a picture or a diagram so you can visualize it. So these are two diagonals, they're saying AOD and AOC. So this is this angle is 1.5 of AOC. So if this is X, this will be 1.5X. Well, this will be a linear pair 180 degrees. So they have to add up to 180. So then when I solve for X, X is 72, but they didn't ask for X, they asked for what is this angle, which is 180 minus 72 or 1.5 times. Make sense? Because this one's 180 degrees. Sure?
Yeah.
Okay. You asked 55, right? So A, B, C, D are consecutive integers, okay? Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as they're consecutive integers, if first one is A, B can be written as A plus 1. Do you agree? C would be A plus 2. So imagine it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So if first one is 2 and second will be 3, so I can write 3 as 2 plus 1, right? 4 as 2 plus 2 and so forth. So I converted A, B, C, D, E into A's. So this is B is A plus 1, C is A plus 2, D is A plus 3, and E is A plus 4. Does it make sense? Then when I add them, 5 A's, and then they add up to 10, 5A plus 10. Then I factorize 5 out, I'm left with A plus 2. But what is A plus 2? C, 5C. The other way you could have done this problem is you could have taken any series, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Added them together and match with the answer choice. Which I still hate to do that method for this particular problem, but that's the worst case scenario for you guys. So you can see 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, then you know the total value and see which one matches with it. Of course, it takes a lot more time as well. Make sense? So again, these two problems, highly expected. This is more in the SAT, but this one for sure, be prepared. Now, 52 is going to be more like a last 2 or 3 questions in the new format. And it will be very hard for me to teach it because it's based on iterative recession. But let me try my best to explain here. And because I still think you can do this. So I want everybody's attention here. They've given the first term as 6, the third term as 72. That's all they have given. So they're saying with this information, what general formula of AN can I use that can fit any of these, okay? Not just A1, not just A3. Coincidentally, I tried the first one F and it worked out. And I'll tell you what this means, okay? Now remember, they have not given me the A2 value here, right? There's A1 and A3. So A2 is not there. Okay, listen to this. I took n is equal to 2, and you may wonder why, and I'll get back to this one. Because there is an n minus 1 here, which is 2 minus 1 is A1, and I know the value of A1. So put n is equal to 2 minus 1 is 1, so 3A1 plus 2 times n is 2, 4. A1 I know the value is 6, 6 times 3 is 18, plus 4 is 22. So I found the value of A2 as 22, but that doesn't tell me anything. But I used the A2 to find A3 to see if this is the right formula for the sequence. So now I put n is equal to 3 here. 3 minus 1 is 2. A2, which I already know is 22 now. 22 times 3 is 66. 2 times 3 is 6. 72, which is what they have given. But if this were to be the last answer choice, we would be screwed because it would take a long time. So you have to find this A2 value to confirm the A3 value. That's the only way you can find out if this formula is the correct one. This is called iterative recession. You study in Algebra 2, later part of Algebra 2. But it's not hard. It's just that you have to use that, you have to have that mathematical ability to connect. What they are trying to ask you is, what is the general formula of the sequence that can fit any of these, giving only 2 values? So the trick here is to find the A2 using A1 to confirm the A3. That's the one. Yeah, but I've seen this question in the new format, it will be around the last 2 or 3. Yeah.
So it's not, gonna be like in arithmetic or?
No, this is not, okay, so remember in arithmetic and geometric series, it's a fixed formula, right? But this is so look at this. First one is 6, next is 22, next is 72. Right? There's no sequence. So this sequence can be fitted by this formula. And if you want to find A4 value, okay, so the next one, then you put n is equal to 3. So so it'll be A3. A3 is 72. So it will be 72 times 3 plus 2 times 4, it will be 8. So it will be 224. See, there's no certain pattern here other than all these things fitting in this one. Okay? So what they're trying to do in this type of problem is, in arithmetic and geometric series are there and sub-examples of this. Okay? Some standard examples. But there are others which are not standard like this one. This is what's called iterative recession. You have to iterate, you have to repeat it several times to get to that confirmation. You'll study that in Algebra 2. You will. This is important. But you still can do it. All right. Need to grade 56 to 60. HEK. BJ. I repeat, HEK BJ.
Is 59 B or D?
Jeez, sorry, excuse me. 59 is B as boy. Any questions?
57.
57. Okay. Yeah.
For 60, could we just put it into our graphing tool?
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. At this level, just graph it. You can still do synthetic division and all those things, but graphing is the best way. How many know how to graph? Okay, you know what? We'll make sure you guys have your calculator next time. I'll be expecting to go through how to graph on a calculator. Okay, so if you, that'll be. It won't take more than 10 minutes. Any other questions? So I have 57 and 60.
I have a question on 59, but it's like towards the last part of the problem. If I figured out both the volumes, I just need to figure out like how to turn it into a percentage, like the decrease.
Okay, I think I have a better method for that one. 57, 59, and 60. Anything else? Okay, so I think I know there is a couple more problems I still have to do from the 30s you guys asked, so I didn't get time to do it today. But I'm gonna do it on a piece of paper actually, and put it in the WhatsApp group. I'm gonna do it because because otherwise I will miss it. So I don't want to miss it. Especially what we did today. Again, this is only if you had not asked these questions, we would not have done this. So I cannot emphasize enough. If you don't ask, it is gonna hurt you. So glad you guys asked, and I'll see you guys next week. See you. Bye bye.